Yo, what's up, everybody? I wanted to use an event from today that I experienced and tie it to and correlate it to the whole intention and purpose of my account, my page, my business, The Wellness by Design. First and foremost, number one, it's to show people that when it comes to soft tissue injuries, essentially any trauma that you experience to the system, you have a choice in the matter of whether or not that injury, that trauma, that insult breaks you down and it's something that you live with forever, which is the majority of how people view injuries, or it's something that you're able to assess and analyze and essentially put your body in a position to heal to a level greater than what that trauma was. That's first and foremost. Secondhand, it's to show people through my experience, through my clients, people that I work with, through my practice, but also just personally with how I live, the intensity, the richness, the fulfillment, the level in which you get to live life. There isn't a cap to that because it's all dependent upon your preparation at hand, meaning the performance, in other words, your life, is dependent on your preparation. And preparation comes in the form of training. First, physically with the body, because that's what you get to experience this life, is through this vessel that is your body. So physically there has to be a competency level at hand, which then opens the door and lays the foundation for other variables such as your emotional state, your psychological, chemical, spiritual, and so forth. And as you level all of those components up, you essentially get to live the most intense, highest stimulus life that you're prepared to take on. And that's the whole point of training, aka your movement behavior. Now, today I had a nice experience on my moto. The moto didn't survive, but that's okay. Physically, the damage happened. Now, does physical competency play a role with how much damage I took on from a physical standpoint? Sure, I'd like to believe there's a component to that, but the damage is done, so whatever, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm more than okay. What caught my eye, and it's as I'm processing today, because today was a full day for sure. As I'm processing what the fuck just happened, I can't help but laugh and smile at how I handled the situation at hand. So physically, it was fine, but the mental, the emotional, the chemical, the spiritual side of how the body responds to stimulus was so fucking dialed in, and it just lights me up. Because I know 5 years ago, before I was at the level which I am now, today's event would have crushed me on all levels, on all components that the body gets to experience stimulus, to the point where I would be so dependent on external assistance, guidance, help, need, and so forth. It would have been a fucking disaster. Let alone I probably would have took on a lot more physical damage. So, reflecting on the situation at hand, I experienced the stimulus. It was way too much for me that I could handle at the time, and so I experienced the damage. And then now, from that point on, after that stimulus, it's essentially problem solving my situation. What do I need to do to put my body in a position to, one, facilitate a healing response, and just do the shit that I need to do after something like this? And so every step along this process, there was no confusion on my end, there was no panic, there was no fear, there was no sadness, there was no grief. I was so at peace with the situation and so crystal clear of what I needed to do. It was fucking awesome. It was so cool. And this goes all back to what is my preparation to stimulus. And so, just reflecting on the day at hand, I'm very excited and happy with just how the body's responding, physically, emotionally, psychologically, chemically, spiritually, mentally, all of those components are fucking dialed in. And it made today, as shitty as it was no problem. Like, honestly, it was kind of cool. I'm at peace with it. If the moto's fucking destroyed, it's destroyed. It already served its purpose. It took me so many places already. if I'm probably gonna be on land in this beautiful surf town that is El Salvador. Bienvenidos, mamon. Fuck me. Um, I'll probably be on land for a couple days to let the wounds close up, but that's fine. Like, I'm totally at peace with the situation because yes, it was a not so ideal stimulus, but now the doors that are opening, the realizations, the experiences, the feelings, the sensations, the response that I'm taking to that stimulus that was not so ideal is fucking rad. So I'm so stoked. So this is an example from today, and I wanted to tie it into the whole intention of this page. And this is how I view situations at hand. The glass is always half full. Always. It's never half empty. What the hell kind of concept is that? I don't understand. So the next, what's the next step? Forward, more. I'm ready for more. I mean, the whole point of leveling up your system to be able to take on stimulus means, as a result, some of the risks you're going to take is going to be a little more severe. But you'll have the understanding, you'll have the competency, you'll have the tools needed to put your body in a position to heal and respond to that stimulus at hand and level up from it. So it's just you keep climbing the ladder towards, I don't know, nirvana, to more life. Fuck, cheers to that, man. I'm totally okay with that. So may this spark some inspiration, may this spark thought. Again, a good starting point. Body only knows to heal, regenerate, and adapt. If you start there, everything else makes sense. And you'll be able to take the path of always moving forward with growth. There is no decline of any kind. That's a choice. I don't choose that. So, I'm grand scheme of things, I'm fine. So, please don't stress. Life's good. I'm literally at the beach here in Salvador, in a nice little area. My goal for me is to, if I could subconsciously help facilitate my body to close these wounds in 2 days so I can get in the water, that would be sweet. So, bienvenidos a Salvador, mamon. What a great start. Live it up.